Okay, June 12th. Happy birthday, President George Herbert Walker Bush. George Bush was born in 1924 in Connecticut. To Prescott Bush, Prescott Sheldon Bush, and Prescott Bush, his father, was a United States Senator from Connecticut from 52 to 63. He won a special election in 52 and then won re-election in 56 and then declined to run again in 62, so he left the Senate in 1963. But George Herbert Walker Bush graduated from high school, was going to go off to college, then Pearl Harbor happened, and his father had been an artillery officer in World War One, so he joined the military, became an aviator, flying in the Air Force. At the age of 18, he was the youngest pilot, or one of the youngest pilots in the Air Force at that time, probably ever, but so very young. Was shot down in World War II in the Pacific. Had to be rescued. His two other crew members both died in the shooting down the aircraft. George Herbert Walker Bush had stepped out into the wing and parachuted from the wing and hit his head, so he was injured, but he was rescued and picked up. So after that, he did a lot of things. He was UN ambassador. He was congressman from Texas. He was director of the CIA, and then in 1980 became vice president with Ronald Reagan. Served 2 terms as vice president, and then won his own election to the White House in 1988, taking office in 1989. Now, to do that, okay, so he followed a 2-term president. So 2 terms, Ronald Reagan, Republican, 2 terms, and then the vice president immediately following. That hadn't happened since Martin Van Buren followed Andrew Jackson's 2 terms. So it's not common for a vice president to follow in the footsteps, or even anybody to follow in the footsteps of the former of the same party, former president of the same party. So that's all I have for today. Happy birthday, President George Herbert Walker Bush. I will see you tomorrow.